We just got the best news ever. David FIZDALE has just been fired. Well, I know that may not be amazing news to some people, but the best news ever is Keith Smart got fired too! They relieved him of his duties. I'm not gonna say that we had anything to do with it, but we did kinda just post a video recently that said why David FIZDALE and Keith Smart should be fired, and 2 days later, right when it's had a pretty good amount of views, they get fired. I know we're all extremely happy FIZDALE got fired, at least the majority of us are, but I just want to thank him for influencing all the players' lives and helping them acclimate to the NBA. And once you're a Knick, you're always a Knick. I'll always be glad that FIZDALE got fired, but I'll always have some sort of respect that he was part of the Knicks organization. So even though he did terrible, I still respect him to some degree. And we all should. But Keith Smart, on the other hand, this is why I'm so excited, because FIZDALE's firing was inevitable. It's been kind of put out everywhere, but my main worry about this firing is that Keith Smart would be promoted to the head coach, but no, he gets fired instead. I wonder if our video actually determined his destiny in some way. But hey, I don't think we got David FIZDALE fired, but Keith Smart, on the other hand, I think it's a true possibility. So FIZDALE, basically, all the stats were there. FIZDALE went 21-83. If you have a 21-win season, you're probably deserving of being fired unless your team is absolutely awful like the Warriors are right now. So the fact that David FIZDALE has gone a season and a quarter and has posted those numbers are pretty terrible. So now we got one of the cancers out of the Knicks organization. Now we just got 2 left. So we got Dolan. We got to figure out a way to get him out. Maybe we should dig up dirt on him. Try and look for anything possible. I don't even know. And then for Steve Mills, I don't know. That Steve Mills and Dolan pairing is too strong in my eyes. And that's what's getting kind of scary for me. But you know how the Knicks are portrayed in the media. Once they do something that's like remotely good, then all of a sudden the media finds something else to hate on the Knicks with. And now they're getting mad at the Knicks because they thought David FIZDALE should have been fired before practice. Because it's kind of pointless if you have a practice then get fired. But are you really being that nitpicky? It's only the Knicks though. Only the Knicks. If it was the Pacers, no one would care. But it's the Knicks, so everyone cares. So now, honestly, the interim head coach is probably going to be Mike Miller, hopefully, because Keith Smart's gone, thank God. Also, Pat Sullivan's a possibility. I don't know too much about Pat Sullivan, but honestly, Mike Miller should be the interim coach. He was great with the G League last year, and honestly, I would like to see him in the NBA because I feel like he could be one of those gems like Nick Nurse that could completely change and develop this young team. For the future, though, I haven't done enough research to genuinely know who would be the best coach. I know Mark Jackson's a possibility, and Scott Brooks will be a free agent or a free agent coach at the end of the season, so the Knicks could sign him if they wanted to, but it'd be kind of interesting to see how that plays out. The Knicks have had so much bad luck, it's not even crazy. Like, I'm just saying, in the coaching department, the Knicks were between Steve Kerr and Derek Fisher. They got Derek Fisher. And then the next year when they signed FIZDALE, they were between Mike Budenholzer and David FIZDALE, and they chose David FIZDALE. Both of those coaches now are top 5 coaches in the NBA, so hopefully the Knicks can actually figure this one out and pick the right coach. I hear there's a ton of hate about Scott Perry, but I just don't understand it, and people are saying the Knicks will never be good if Scott Perry's still there. He hasn't done anything bad, and if you're talking about the Tim Hardaway Jr. contract being bad, just be quiet. He came from Sacramento and was paired with Steve Mills, who's been there for 20 plus years, who had every say at the time when Scott Perry just got there. Scott Perry's not going to disagree with Steve Mills immediately. That deal has Steve Mills' name written all over it, and other than that deal, nothing insanely bad has been done by the front office. So you guys can keep living in the Phil Jackson era, but recently Scott Perry is not the problem. It's Steve Mills and David FIZDALE and James Dolan. I don't understand the huge backlash that everyone has on the Knicks organization right now. I know that they need to go except Scott Perry, but I don't know what the Knicks could do right in this situation. People want FIZDALE gone, and now people are saying that FIZDALE deserves to stay in New York. I just don't understand. However, I am overall happy because it's a step in the right direction. And in the next video you guys see, if a new coach is not named, I'll put out 5 coaching candidates just to give us a better idea of who we could possibly sign. With that said, I'm out, and peace!